Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the times actors learned such challenging choreography for a role they could practically add professional dancer to their resumes. Number 10. Jennifer Grey, Dirty Dancing. Despite Grey's impressive skills, this is one of those times when art totally imitates life. Patrick Swayze had been dancing practically since birth, while Grey was still pretty green when it came to picking up the steps.
Her anxiety was real.
I was terrified of doing a lift. He can't wrap his head around that kind of fear because he was completely fearless.
And if you've ever worked with someone way less experienced, you know patience doesn't always win. Luckily, Swayze channeled that frustration into Johnny. According to Grey, that lift wasn't rehearsed either.
You're in a nice position, you keep that position, and it's all up to me. Okay?
Don't get caught now.
She'd been too scared to try it. So what we see is pretty much her first real attempt. She joked to The Guardian, quote, "I don't know how all these people who reenact it have the guts to throw themselves into the arms of anyone other than Patrick Swayze." Number 9. Zendaya and Zac Efron, The Greatest Showman. We can't talk about The Greatest Showman without mentioning the slick coordination between Zac Efron, Hugh Jackman, and Daniel Cloud Campos in The Other Side. But for this one, we're taking things airborne. We already knew Zendaya could dance, but now she was flying. She did all her own aerial choreography, which meant building core strength, learning to move gracefully through the air, and trusting her partner wouldn't let her face plant.
Zach and I have really become a team. We're literally tied together up in the air, so we have to have a trust and a connection.
On top of that, they had to move as one, syncing every spin and catch. What they pull off together is both breathtaking and emotional. A love story told through weightless motion and stunts that still make us gasp no matter how many times we watch it. Number 8. Channing Tatum, Hail Caesar. Anyone who's seen this actor move knows he's got rhythm, but for Hail Caesar, he had to learn a whole new language, tap. As Bert Gurney, a Gene Kelly type, he performs a fast, full-length tap number, despite never having tapped before. What takes some dancers a decade to master, Tatum had to cram into just 3 months. His choreographer and teacher, Christopher Catelli, didn't go easy on him either.
I in no way, shape, or form knew how hard it was going to be. I just figured that I could learn the tap movement and it would make the sound. But what I found is that you really need to be musical.
Still, Tatum credits Catelli for helping him push through what often felt like mission impossible. With tap, musicality's everything. Those shoes don't lie. He said the hardest part was dancing on a table. He didn't want to fall off, but with that tempo, he couldn't afford to miss a beat either. Number 7. Emma Stone, La La Land. The golden age of entertainment gave us some of the most iconic dance routines in movie history, so trying to channel that style isn't for the faint-hearted. And as we've said before, tap is notoriously tough. The sound of the shoes means there's no hiding mistakes. For a while, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling were rehearsing separately, possibly because of their different levels of dance experience. Stone admitted it felt like, quote, a mind game, hearing how well her co-star was doing while she struggled just to get the basics down.
And I would say every day, "How's Ryan doing?" They'd be like, "Oh, he's amazing." He's doing really well. He's exceeding our expectations.
Of course,
I'd be like,
you're doing the same thing to me.
We talk about that later. So for about 2 months, I just thought he was the most, incredible dancer of all time, and I was failing miserably.
But as she half-joked, once they were finally in the room together, she suddenly felt a lot better about her own skills. Number 6. Renee Zellweger, Chicago. Of the 3 actors on the Chicago poster, only one had formal dance training. For the others, it was a whole new challenge. Richard Gere had to learn tap from scratch, and his loud frustration during rehearsals even became a running joke on set.
Come clean, Mr. Harrison, come clean. Even in Chicago, this kind of corruption cannot stand, will not stand.
That's enough, Mr. Flynn!
I agree, Your Honor. It is enough.
Director Rob Marshall had hoped to tap into Renee Zellweger's cheerleading background, but as it turned out, she had virtually no dance experience. In just 6 weeks, she had to learn to sing and dance, and she treated the art as an extension of her acting skills. The fact that she keeps up effortlessly with Catherine Zeta-Jones speaks volumes. Fortunately, Marshall felt that her inexperience actually worked in her character's favor. Number 5. Michelle Williams, Fosse Verden. Anyone who knows Fosse knows how intricate his choreography is. Add Gwen Verdon to the mix, and you've got something in a league of its own.
Who's got the pain when they do the mambo? Who's got the pain when they go out? Who's got the pain when they do the mambo? I don't know who. Do you?
So when Michelle Williams stepped into Verdon's dance shoes, her work was cut out for her. After all, she was recreating some of the most iconic numbers in history. Choreographer and Fosse expert Dana Moore said they worked tirelessly to nail every nuance, just as Moore had once done with Fosse himself. Williams also took on a grueling schedule and admitted she often arrived on set full of doubt, but also with the belief that somehow it would come together.
A lot of it is just repetition. It's allowing yourself to walk into something as a beginner and have faith in yourself and the people that you're working with, that you will perform it with fluidity and effortlessness.
And if you've seen the series, you know it absolutely did.
And that's good. Isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell?
Number 4. Frank Sinatra, Anchors Away. While few could rival Old Blue Eyes when it came to singing, dancing didn't come quite as naturally.
What a time we had tonight.
Thankfully, he had one of Hollywood's best by his side, Gene Kelly. Kelly was known to be a tough teacher, but he admired Sinatra's dedication, once saying he trained, quote, like a prize fighter. It probably helped that Kelly also choreographed the movies and could tailor steps to suit Sinatra's strengths. Even so, it reportedly took 8 weeks of practice and 72 takes to land the version we know and love. But watching him move so seamlessly next to a dance legend proves all that hard work and their undeniable chemistry absolutely paid off. You'd never guess it didn't come easily. Number 3. Dick Van Dyke, Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. No matter how many times we watch Mary Poppins, it still blows our minds that Dick Van Dyke danced like that with zero formal training.
He grew up miming without dance training. He has great movement training, and when he moves into the choreography, he's able to get those steps. That was something that was a part of his movement quality.
That number is nearly 10 minutes long, seriously athletic, and yet he keeps up like he came out of the womb kicking his knees up. Apparently, as a young man, he based his workouts on Broadway dancers, which might explain his stamina, but not his skillful rhythm and coordination. Still, if you asked him what the hardest routine of his career was, he'd point you elsewhere.
And at the end of it, we all had to jump over our sticks at the same time. Every time one guy would miss. 23 takes we did of that. And if you ever see the movie, I catch it on my heel, I go,
Me Old Bamboo needed props, stamina, and serious teamwork. Apparently, it took 23 takes to nail, and by the last one, he said he practically made it through by the skin of his teeth. Number 2. Natalie Portman, Black Swan. Ballet blends athleticism, artistry, and endurance like almost nothing else. So when Natalie Portman and Jennifer Lawrence took on ballet roles, they were not messing around. For Black Swan, Portman began training while still filming Your Highness. She'd spend 2 hours a day for 6 months on core strength, then add 3-hour ballet classes for another 6, followed by daily 8-hour choreography sessions.
We're meeting at 5:30 in the morning, doing ballet for 2 or 3 hours. She goes and works a 12-hour day and meets me at the gym at night, and we're doing our toning exercises and, swimming a mile. And then she goes home and goes to sleep, and we get up the next day and do it again.
Portman had to channel the emotional weight Nina carries while still moving with the grace of a true dancer. By the time filming began, she must have fully understood the pressure her character was under. Portman later described the process as, quote, intense but really fun too. And it shows in every frame. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Jennifer Aniston, Along Came Polly. The actress likened her feet to raw meat by the end of this tiring 5-day shoot. Shirley Temple, The Little Colonel. Temple only had a few days to learn her co-star's signature dance, so he taught her the stripped-down version instead. John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever. Even the great Tony Manero needed a few pointers getting the choreo spot on. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Donald O'Connor, Singin' in the Rain. This film is a full-blown downpour of tough choreography. We've all heard about Debbie Reynolds' grueling training under Gene Kelly, but at least her story didn't end with a hospital stay.
It was, I had blood in my shoes, and it was very difficult to do those numbers as fast as they wanted them and as long as they wanted, over and over and over and over.
The Make 'em Laugh number is brilliant but brutal.
And then you get a great big custard pie in the face. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Donald O'Connor hurls himself around the set like a human cartoon, pulling off stunts most of us wouldn't dare unless we fancied a trip to the ER. As the only performer in the scene, there's nowhere to hide. Then, thanks to a camera glitch, he had to do the entire thing again. And O'Connor, who smoked like a chimney, powered through, barely. He ended up in the hospital for a few days. The routine's a masterpiece, but boy did it cost him.
Laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Have you seen a film or TV dance that looked impressively hard? Let us know in the comments.
And so we started that number, Good Morning, Good Morning, and it was nighttime when we finished, and we were really finished.